running here. He's French-speaking, so these fans really love him.
And El Garouge has 7 of the 10 fastest 1,500-meter times ever run, does El Garouge. But the men who I think have the best chance against him, Dwight, I've said this many times before, I look at the speed that people have at shorter distances. And Mehdi Baala has the national record in France, having run 1:43 for 800 meters. He's the type of guy who has a chance to someday get up and race with a man as talented as El Garouge, who rarely ever runs 800, but I think has a chance to do something like that. David Lelay, the paid rabbit here. The goal is to run about 1 minute and 51 seconds for the first 800 meters. He is towing the field along.
I spoke to El Garouge after his victory in Paris and asked him how much of the difficulty is the adjustment between running these rabbited type of races in these Golden League meets and then having to run rounds and run potentially a tactical type of race that is not set up at the World Championships and Olympic Games. And he said he really does have to adjust not only his training, but he has to adjust his mind as to how he actually approaches the race and what kind of race plans he puts together. These races are run for him. They are designed to be fast affairs. Anybody who can hang on is welcome to, but this race is set up for El Garouge.
They went by in a fast first lap of 54+ seconds, and Anthony Whitman, who is supposed to take everybody by in number 99, is the rabbit who is due to take the lead after the halfway point to push the pace. El Garouge right now in 3rd place. Baala is in 4th. El Garouge, after the World Championships, went home and said, I was so tired, I slept for 12 hours a day for 4 days, flew back over here, had a press conference yesterday, and wound up doing this meet here the next day. So is he tired? We don't know yet, and he doesn't know. He probably knows now whether he feels pretty good.
You can never really tell. He's so fluid, but I like the way Baala stays right there with him. Bernard Lagat has never figured Hicham El Garouge out, but Baala is a guy that, as you mentioned, has the kind of basic leg speed and that half-mile speed that would allow him, if he's able to get fit enough, to get into a race and stick with El Garouge and have it be a kick over the last 200 meters.
Lagat's lifetime best at 800 meters, 1 minute 40 seconds flat. This guy's run 3 seconds faster, you know, and so that makes a difference. And there you see Anthony Whitman pushing hard and trying to hold on here. These rabbits are paid to do this, to set the pace. Look at him swing wide so he doesn't impede El Garouge if he chooses to set a faster pace here. Garouge ran in the 5,000 meters as his last race in 5 days. It was astounding. The first mile in 4:08, the last mile 4:04, and he ran a mile in between 2 miles of the 3 in 8 minutes and 12 seconds for 2 miles, and I adjusted the metric distance for the miles to get to that calculation. There is Baala holding on tightly here, and they're coming up right now to less than a lap to go. 2:47, terrific time through 1,200 meters. Baala in 2nd place, and that's Korir from Kenya in 3rd.
Normally at this point you've got Lagat back by 5-6 meters and El Garouge is clear. Baala is not giving it up. He is not letting him go. He did the same thing at the World Championships. He's really starting to get used to the idea of being there with El Garouge and pressing him. You can press El Garouge in big championship type of event. That's been proven in the Olympic Games.
El Garouge in 1st place. Mehdi Baala from France in 2nd. And here goes the acceleration by El Garouge to get away. He is successful, and Baala's tying up a little bit here. But Baala holding on very well. Terrific time. 3 minutes, 28.40 seconds is the unofficial time. That is the fastest time run in the world this year. And his time works out to the equivalent of a 3 minute 45-second mile as they share congratulations and excitement with Mehdi Baala, who's virtually in tears on the track.
And look at Baala. You can tell he is really suffering. El Garouge, a little bit of a wince, but he looks back once, twice, realizes that he's got it in hand. It's just another day at the office for Hicham El Garouge. It's hard to understand how this guy can be beaten at this distance. In
2nd behind establishes a French national record.